We know that less than 2% of people have had any formal education on how to listen to others. What good would it do in a conversation if you forgot everything the speaker had just said? Hello, my name is Vince Byes, and my presentation is about listening. Listening has a major impact on communication effectiveness and the quality of your relationships with others. Listening is a process with practice could improve he or she's communication in the end. In this presentation, I will cover the listening process, how listening can improve communication, how it can build and strengthen relationships as well. The listening process can be broken up into 5 distinct stages: selecting, attending, understanding, remembering, and responding. Selecting is the first step, which involves giving your full attention to what you choose to listen to. It is also important to pay attention to nonverbal cues as well, since all communication isn't just speech. Nonverbal cues include the speaker's body gestures and facial expressions. Secondly, attending takes place, which is focusing on what the speaker has said. Thirdly, understanding must be present. When information is received from the speaker, it then begins to process its meaning. It is important also to ask questions to further your understanding of the meaning and recall the information later. The next step in the listening process is remembering, where we develop a long-term memory on what was said to us. After the message has been absorbed, processed, and remembered, you can begin to sort the information into pieces. After interpreting the speaker's message through a combining of understanding, retention, and evaluation, you are ready to form a response. A response addresses the speaker's most important points with an awareness of the circumstances and context surrounding the words. While each stage seems like a lengthy process, this all happens in a very short amount of time and should feel natural during a conversation. Listening improves the way we communicate. One great way to show you are fully aware and knowledgeable in a conversation is active listening. Active listening involves listening with all senses, as well as giving full attention to the speaker with eye contact. It is important that the active listener is also seen to be listening, otherwise the speaker may conclude that what they are talking about is uninteresting. Active listening is important because it shows clarification of what has been said as well as understanding. Active listening is not always easy. In fact, all these traits can be shown and he or she could still fail to listen. This is known as pseudo listening. Active listening is a skill that can be acquired and developed with practice. However, active listening can be difficult to master and will therefore take time and patience to develop. Listening either makes or breaks most relationships. It is said that what you feel when you feel that someone is listening to you, that you emotionally feel better. This is known to be empathetic listening. Empathetic listening involves reflection of content and feeling at a deeper level. The purpose of this listening style is to try and get an understanding of what may be meant in a deeper aspect. I personally experienced this with one of my relationships, as my friends and I were discussing, or as I and a friend were discussing how we feel about another. We were both actively engaging in the communication, thus resulting us to both participate in active listening, and we ended up saying that we wanted to be more than just a couple. Relationships all could benefit from listening to one another. Unfortunately, most people focus more on the speaking than they do on the listening, and results in a weakness in a relationship if the communication is not effective. The importance of listening is far more than just hearing. It takes practice to become a good listener. It is vital for communication. The ability to actually comprehend and elaborate what he or she says is crucial for relationships and communicating effectively to one another.